Hello Taurus, welcome to Divine Debut. How is everyone? Thank you so much for being here. This is your reading from the 1st till the 15th of July 2019. Even though it's the 2nd of July in the Southern Hemisphere when I'm doing this afternoon. So in the Northern Hemisphere it's morning of the 2nd of July. We are like 14 hours away from the eclipse, the new moon solar eclipse in Cancer. And we've got another eclipse on the 16th, which is the full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Capricorn. So on the 16th of July, that's going to be a very, very strong eclipse. Nevertheless, dear Taurus, we are also having other very important transits, which is Mercury retrograde, starting in about 5 to 6 days. Mercury is now in Leo, and it's going to start retrograding in a few days. So it's going to go back into the sign of Cancer where it was. It will be passing over Mars, so lots of conversations, lots of passionate conversations. It's a time to deal with things from the past, people from the past, situations that need working out. Now there's a big stellium party, in other words, happening in the sign of Cancer. We've also got the North Node there, the Sun, the Moon, and Venus is ready in about a day and a half to move into Cancer. So lots of conversation, loving conversation, I would say, more than likely. This is like nurturing conversation because Cancer is very nurturing, right? About family, about our heritage, about our foundation, conversations around the mother, actually the mother and the father. The sun is the father, the moon is the mother, and they are meeting up in this eclipse, the new moon eclipse in Cancer. Now, the South Node eclipse, I should say the lunar eclipse in Capricorn, will be happening together with Pluto and Saturn. So it's, going to be, the sun's still in Cancer in a couple of weeks on the 16th, but the moon will be right opposite, and that's the full moon lunar eclipse, right? So Capricorn is all about business. Capricorn is all about hard work. Capricorn is also authority, career. It's a very grounding energy. Capricorn is hard work. And it's hosting Pluto and Saturn there with the South Node. And the moon's going to join. So it's going to be quite an eclipse on the 16th. Taurus, we've got a few eclipses on. We've got Pluto and Saturn in Capricorn. Now Saturn rules Capricorn. Jupiter in its home sign of Sagittarius is retrograde as well. Around Christmas, Jupiter's going to be joining in Capricorn with the big players, Pluto and Saturn. So we've got another eclipse back at that time on Boxing Day. What fell out? 2 cards. 4 of Pentacles, which is very Taurian, and then the 10 of Cups. Taurus, I think that you need to let go. What you've been holding on to, just loosen up. I think that if you've been pushing too hard for something, it's not going to come. You need to loosen up. That 10 of Cups is just around the corner for you. This is something that you've really been hoping for. With the 10 of Cups, that's very good. Like, that's Mars in Pisces, right? That was what's on the card, Mars in Pisces. What was I saying? Okay, so I was saying, that even Neptune is retrograde in its home sign of Pisces. So the nodes are around 17 degrees. A lot is happening around the 17, 18 degrees. There's a lot of energies in those degrees, and they're the mid degrees. So for those of you that are astrology lovers, we could go into so much more detail, but dear Taurus, this is your reading. So let's take your divine spread. Finally, Taurus, you're the second last sign that I'm reading for. What's happening around beginning to mid, roughly, July 2019 at eclipse time in the season of Cancer. Taurus, in your foundation, you have the Seven of Cups. Piscean energy. What you don't know, what's hidden from you, is the Nine of Pentacles. In the recent past, Nine of Wands. In the now position, you've got your own card, the Faith card, Taurus, and the Hierophant. In your area of the crowning, what's on your mind, you're in two minds about something. It's decision-making time. Action and advice to take. Oh, wow. The Hanging Man, again, Pisces. Yeah. The advice is you have to look at things in a different way. Change the way you're looking at things. Let's see what the outcome is. And you have the Three of Wands. Let's see what's happening in the divine position. So planetarily, or what does Spirit want you to know? Because you know the divine position can be planetary influence, but also messages from the divine, from above. And you have the Page of Wands. Now, what's at the bottom of the deck? We've got Judgment. Judgment is Scorpio. This is your 7th house. Pluto is actually in Capricorn. So, dear Taurus, Pluto is in your 8th house of death and transformation. Things are changing around your career, around how you share your resources, how you share your intimacy, how you share your darkest, deepest thoughts. There is a judgment calling. This is a wake-up call. Let's see what's beneath that. And you've got the Magician. And the Magician is number 1, Major Arcana. Suddenly, look at that lightning. Look at that power. You've got the power of manifestation in your hands. Or you could be dealing with someone else who's got, someone who is a magician, right? Someone who could be either Virgo or Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising, Venus, Mars, or even the North Node. The Magician is Mercury, and Mercury is all about communication. So, you know, the Judgment card speaks of having a second chance at something, rising up from your ashes. You're the phoenix, right? This is a brand new start, and this is what the eclipses are all about. Okay, so beneath that is the Page of Coins. So again, we've got Earth, messages, children. Pages can be children. Let's take more cards. So I'm looking at your Karma Dharma position with the Universal Love Oracle. Let's see for Taurus. Archangel Michael. Please guide me for Taurus. What do they need to know? What karmic situations are they going through right now? And, you know, karma can be good karma, can be bad. Debts, you know what I mean? Let's take a card for Taurus. Taurus, please, Archangel Michael. Taurus, what do they need to know? No, not yet. Archangel Michael, please guide me. Taurus needs to know what they're going through. Okay. Oh, wow, not again. Not again. Third time in a row, reflection. Oh, my goodness me. These things are not made up. So, I just did Aries, they had it, and I did Pisces, they had the same card. So 3 signs in a row have had the reflection card. And I tend to notice the sun being there, which is probably around the solar eclipse. Taurus was mentioned very much. I can't remember the Piscean one, but the Aries reading, for sure. You need to go and watch that. Yeah. Now, let's take an astrology card. So the Black Moon astrology cards for more details. Spirit, please, for Taurus. Taurus, what's Taurus going through at this time? What's happening for Taurus astrologically? What are the energies that are playing out for them? What is an influence? Taurus, Taurus, please. Yeah. And we've got Mars and Force. Wow. Mars is the ruler of Scorpio as well as Aries. Now, Mars is in Leo at this time. It just dipped its feet into Leo. It's at 0 degrees and 10 minutes. So Mars is firing up. It's like drying its feet because its feet were so wet in Cancer. It was like lagging. It wasn't able to move quickly. It had lost the passion. Now, especially with Mercury going over Mars, this is passionate and fiery communication. Okay, and let's not forget that Leo is it's a fun-loving energy. So it's not just about force. You are pushing for that. And I don't see it as difficult. And you know that the last and the first degrees are much more potent. So Mars being at 0 degrees right now is like powering up. So there is more forceful energy now. But I don't think it's going to be like someone forcing you or you forcing someone. I think this is your driving force right now. That's what I feel. Mars, yeah. And you know that Mars is was the lover of Venus, your ruler. Mars and Venus had an affair and they had little Cupid, their love child. So you may be like, and this is a 5, so it's an imbalance, I see. Let's look at your love life. So you may be dealing with either, and I'm going to say, because Mars is in Leo at this time, could be Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising. And also we've got Aries and Scorpio. Scorpio is actually, it's your 7th house of relationships. So I think that mainly that's what it's talking about. So it's as though you're powering up and starting to push in your relationship sector. Yeah. So let's look at your love life, dear Taurus. Love life, Taurus, and love life. What's happening for Taurus? Taurus, and love and relationship. Okay. Wow. Okay. We've got the Hermit. Sorry, Taurus. Sorry I'm laughing, but the Hermit, first of all, it's Virgo. Second of all, the picture that I see here is that you feel like an outsider. Third of all, I see that you are the Hermit. You have been out of the love arena, of course, because, you know, there's been so much going on with the astrology. All relationships are going through much change at this time. But you're at the 9, you know. You're at the 9, which is the next card is the Wheel of Fortune, which is the number 10. So this could be a love triangle where you're the one that's left out. And you're fantasizing, could be fantasizing about someone who's already taken. Let's take one card. One more. Okay, so here we are. And we've got the 9. Oh, 2 cards. Okay. All right, Spirit. Oh, wow. So we've got the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands. So this is what you're wanting to communicate. Look at the passion here. This could be messages of passion, right? There is a deep desire here deep desire. Now, I could be talking to a few different of you, Taurians out there. Some of you have really been outside of the love arena, as I said. Others of you are starting, maybe with Mars in Leo, fire and fire. You know, that's like explosion. It's a big fire. It's a lot of lust, right? You're sending out those messages. And I did say that you could be dealing with a fire sign. So the fire sign, I did speak of Leo. So we've also got the sun here. The fire sign you're dealing with could be a Leo. And we've also got the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords here is, again, Nine of Swords, you know, being up in your head. This is a lot of worry. For those of you that are feeling a lot but not speaking about it, I think that you're scared to move forward. You're scared to make that offer to your beloved. That's what I feel here. Even though you feel a lot, you're still behind the scenes. And it's time for you to communicate that. This eclipse in Cancer is happening in your third house of communication. Okay, so Nine of Swords is the pinnacle of worry. Maybe you're dealing with other things in your life where you haven't been able to concentrate. But there is someone that you really, really feel strongly about. Really. But you know, with the reflection card, I do feel that the person that you are dealing with could probably be a mirroring image of what, you know, they're going through the same thing. I feel that it's as though you're mirroring each other. So the emotions, the fears that you're going through, the other person could be going through the same thing. And thank God for judgment. Thank God for judgment. If something has been, you know, lifeless, your love life hasn't been moving at all, okay, we go from 1 to 20, so it's a big jump, okay? So there is manifestation here in the cards. There is the chance to manifest. So what this is telling me is it's time for you, and I'm not going to say around the eclipse, but it's time for you to come out of your cave. It's time for you to speak up, because even though you're the one left out here, you do see like others having fun. Maybe this is another, maybe you are the third person within a love triangle. How do we know? Do we really know that these two people in the background are happy? Do we really know that? I mean, and they're out in nature. It's not so much a romantic relationship here. This is just, you know, taking action, if I could say it like that. But here, the Knave of Wands is a passionate, fiery message that, and I say, look, these people they're still dressed. I mean, they didn't have time to take off their clothes. So it's like, hurry up. It's rush. It's like, quickly. So I don't know what that means for you. Okay? I don't know what that means for you. But what I see is that there's a lot of you are spending time out in nature. You're probably fantasizing and you're scared to move forward. But you know what? I think that with the Mars and Force here, the imbalance here, you're taking on the energy of Mars, which is very masculine energy. Even though you are a feminine sign, I think that you're taking up this masculine energy. Now, also, if you are dealing with a Leo, Leo is masculine as well. So could there be like a clash, you know, who's going to be the strongest one, who is going to break the illusion? Because look, in your home area, it's all about illusions, confusion. Seven of Cups, things are up in the air. Neptune is those rose-colored glasses. It's very confusing. But Neptune is also very spiritual. Now here we've got Pisces. And Pisces is where Neptune is retrograding. So logically, the information, if you've been lacking things like knowing about things, it's a time for that to happen. Here we've got the Hanging Man again. We've got Pisces here in the action and advice position. So a lot of confusion. 7 is a divine number, but things are up in the air. Yes, maybe you've got lots of choices. You've got lots around you, lots of things around you. But maybe some of you are like trying to align with spirit. You're taking time out to reflect. You're wondering why. You're wondering why you're not happy. You're wondering why you don't have the courage to get out there and speak your truth about what you're truly feeling. And here in the now position, we've got the card of faith. You truly are praying for this, as you could see. A lot of you are taking time out, meditating. There is a spiritual alignment here. You're taking time out. It's like the hermit. You've got the hermit anyway. So this period of time that's passed just now recently, you could be, and even, in the next couple of weeks, you could be taking time out in solitude. You're soul searching. This is all new to you. Now, in the hidden position, you've got the Nine of Pentacles. Now, the Nine of Pentacles, again, is Earth, but the Nine of Pentacles is the Virgo card. Now, this speaks of 9 pentacles, 1 pentacle before the 10, which is the family. Now, you're obviously standing strong financially, but you're standing strong and on your own. There is a lot of independence. Maybe you are dealing with a Virgo who is standing strong financially, or even, being single, living on their own. Maybe you're single. I think that a lot of you could be hoping for a commitment. Now, we could also flip the reading. If it's not you that's hoping for the commitment, this could be your partner. But the Hierophant is a number 5. 5s are an imbalance. So what's going to change here? There's conflictual energy, obviously. What has to change? Because in the recent past, you're at the 9 of Wands. Harsh energies. You've got the 9 of Swords. You had the 9 of Swords. 9 of Swords is here. And here we've got the 9 of Wands. And the Hermit is a number 9. 3 9s are 27. Again, 27 adds up to a 9. So here in the position of the crowning area and what's in your head, what's going on in your head is the 2 of Swords. This is also the area of career as well as your status. You've got a decision to make. A blind decision. That's what I call this card. You're trusting in your intuition. You're trying to find your balance, but you're shaky. There is you're standing on shaky ground here, where career, authorities, hard work, obligations, integrity. It's a bit shaky here, but again, I said there's a decision. Some of you could be choosing between 2 different people. Now I've already mentioned some signs. We've also got, air energy, which is Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Okay, so we've also got the 9 of Swords. And I remember Taurus has been dealing with another air sign. But of course you could have air in your chart, obviously. For those of you that are familiar with your chart. In the action and advice, we've got the Hanging Man. Change your perspective. Change the way you look at things. This is like very spiritual. Pisces is spirit. Spirit is telling you that I don't think you're going to be holding on like this for very much longer. Now, for those of you that are not speaking up, I think that if you are dealing with someone who's got strong Pisces in their chart, and I don't think that they'll be able to hold on for much longer, because this is, sacrifice. How much can one sacrifice for love, really? How much is one willing to sacrifice for love? That's the question you need to ask yourself. So the outcome card is the Three of Wands. So you are waiting patiently. Taurus is very good at waiting. But you know what? Things are picking up. We've got Mars here and Force. Things are picking up. Like, seriously, it's time to take that risk. Mars is willing to take a risk. He's moving into Leo. He's gonna go for what his heart desires. Leo is the heart. And this is the time with Mercury and Mars meeting. It's the time to communicate what your heart truly desires. Now, in the position of the divine, we've got that Page of Wands, wanting to go on an adventure, wanting to send out that message of desire, that message that you are inspired to send out, but you're holding back. And again, could be the other way around. Let's not forget that Taurus is very slow moving. Taurus needs to process everything because they want to be certain before they move forward. And I can understand that. Let's take some more cards. So one card for each position. Taurus, July 1st till the 15th, roughly. Spirit guides and angels. What's this Seven of Cups in the foundation area around family? Page of Cups. There's that offer. Another page. We've now got 2 pages, and these could be children. So we've got a fire sign and a water sign. Page of Cups is an offer that's coming through around your home, around your stability. Now, this is again Pisces. Maybe you've been offered this cup, dear Taurus. Maybe this cup has been offered from a Piscean or any other water sign, I'm going to say. Also, we've got Scorpio. Cancer is not so obvious here. And we do have 2 times the Page of Wands. What I'm thinking is that because we've got the Page of Wands twice, the pages are a very immature energy, and it's a new sort of an energy. I feel that both you and your partner are at the beginning, let's say, of a relationship. So it's not a relationship that has matured. There is room for maturity in this relationship. Now, the Page of Cups, as I say with this page, it could be even an apology that's coming in. And this could go either way, you giving the apology or the apology coming through to you. Now, maybe if this cup has been offered to you from a water sign, then that brought you confusion. If we put the cups together, that's 8. That's the spiritual growth card for me. Again. Yeah. Let's look at that 9 of coins. And we've got the strength card, and there is Leo. So Leo, Virgo cusp here. Okay, so remember how I was saying that you need to draw up your energy, your strength. Now, this could be important for if you are dealing with this earth sign, Virgo, probably. And I'm not only going to throw Virgo out there. I'm going to say Capricorn as well. Maybe for 1 or 2 of you. Look, because earth is also Taurus. And maybe you're drawing up your strength to beat your fears, to beat your that beast within you. You're trying to tame it. Maybe someone's trying to tame you and put you in put you in a cage, and that could be a fear that you have. Whatever the case, Leo is here. Let's look at the 9 of Wands. And we've got the devil energy. Capricorn. 9 of Wands. And the devil, yes. Very difficult energy. The devil is restrictions. The devil is timing. The devil is fears. The devil is sexual frustrations. Right? And maybe, if this is a love triangle, the devil can also be narcissistic. So I don't know why. Maybe the third person could be very Saturnian and be ruled by, have strong Capricorn. Let's take the Faith card, and I think it's this card here. And you have the World card, and the World card is a successful completion of a cycle. Now the World card is again Saturnian. It's those lessons that are coming to a completion. The world is also your oyster. That's what I feel I need to say here. You have the world in your hands. It is up to you to finish up this difficult chapter in your life. And what is the next step? It's the Fool, right? And he's standing on that hour clock, that hourglass. Yes? He's on top of the world. There is a completion. I see happiness here. Some of you may even be traveling the world. There may be some of you, 1 or 2 of you out there that are visiting, going on a spiritual retreat, because I did see like the 8 of Cups here. Okay, so let's look at that 2 of Swords. So you do have the Judgment card, which is 20, and the World is a 21. So yeah. Okay, let's take the 2 of Swords in your crowning area. Page of Swords now. Now we've got an air sign here. Two of Swords, and there's 2 swords here as well. Now there's a message. Someone is saying here, you've got two choices. Choose one. Give me one. You've got 2 options. You either do this or you do that. I feel that there is a ultimatum. Someone is giving you an ultimatum. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be me, or is it going to be her or him? Sorry, I had to like turn on the light because it's getting a bit dark. So, yeah. It's like someone is telling you, or you're telling someone, make your choice. Here it is. This is what's on offer. Take it or leave it. Is it me or is it her? Is it me or is it him? Whichever way it speaks to you. Okay, Page of Swords is again a messenger. There's quite a few messengers here. I think I got a peek. I had a peek at the Wheel of Fortune, but it closed up again. So I didn't stop. I didn't pause to take the card. But yeah, I feel that Jupiter has got a lot to do with what's going on right now. So I'm going to take one more on that Page of Swords. One more card. 2 of Swords, Page of Swords, and we've got the High Priestess. Sorry about that interruption. Yeah, I was talking about the High Priestess. So making a decision, using your intuition, about making a decision to move forward in whatever respect you've been stuck. So the High Priestess is also, it's also about secrets. Now also the ultimatum could be like someone telling you, or you're telling them, like, I want to know the truth. What's been hidden, what's behind the curtain, what's been, held back from me. I feel that there is something that is being held from me, something that I don't know. And again, this can go the other way. So the High Priestess is a number 2. She's holding that scroll in her hand. She's got the information, and don't forget that the High Priestess is the Moon Goddess. So she usually has the new moon at her feet. Okay, so, and again, the High Priestess is Virgo Pisces axis. Let's go and see what the Hanging Man is all about. Okay. The Hanging Man. What's this sacrifice all about? And we've got the Three of Swords. There's the love triangle. There's the love triangle. Wow. So we've got air. Obviously, Three of Swords is air quality. Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Sun, Moon, or Rising, obviously. Now, because the Three of Swords is on top of Pisces, Pisces is, you know, it's a very spiritual house, but it's also, it's either the divine love or it's something that is very, something that can be quite, what's the word, deceitful. You know, I feel that there are two sides to Piscean energy. It's either the divine love, spiritual love, like love on a different dimension. That's how divine it is, and spiritual. But then there's the other side, which is the deceptive side of Pisces. Now, if you're a cross watcher and you're Pisces, all signs, don't get upset, because all signs have got their shadow side. All signs have got two sides. So yes, and you know, the Hanging Man is someone taking time out, trying to see a situation in a different light. Maybe you are waiting for enlightenment from spirit. Maybe you are waiting for healing. If you are dealing with someone that's been deceptive with you. Now, Three of Swords, as I said, this is air energy. So there's an imbalance where communication is concerned as well. And I'm going to say 2 is company, 3 is a crowd. Now, if this is not a love triangle, this could even be problems with the heart. You know, health problems maybe, or whatever sort of a disappointment you've gone through. You're waiting to receive the information, waiting for this pain to come to an end. Pisces is all about finishing up a cycle. Let's look at the Three of Wands. And we've got the Wheel of Fortune. And I remember saying that I did see the Wheel of Fortune for you, but it flipped closed. So I thought, okay, we have the Hermit here. I said the Wheel of Fortune is a completion. It's 10. And the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. Jupiter is working overload in its sign of Sagittarius, trying to bring in the blessings for people, right? Sagittarius is also about long-term vision, like seeing things, having a vision for the future. Okay, now also Sagittarius deals with higher education. So some of you out there could be needing to further your studies. You may need to travel to complete some studies, maybe even studying a foreign culture, religions, because Sagittarius is also about religion. Yeah. For those of you that are the more spiritually inclined, let's take a card for the Page of Wands in the divine position. And we've got the Moon card, so I would say that the message is probably coming around the full moon. So we've got the new moon and then the full moon. So this taking a risk, wanting to go on an adventure, is probably going to come through in between new moon and full moon. Yeah, and the moon card is, for me, again, many people say it's Pisces. I like to mention Cancer as well because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Now, the moon, again, could speak of deception, but it can also speak of the mother. Yeah, and also the moon rules the fourth house of family. So the moon can also speak of dreams, intuition. Let's take one more. And there's the Ace of Swords. Clarity coming after confusion. A successful new beginning. Ace of Swords. Some of you could be cutting away if you are dealing with a third person. Cutting them out of your life, or you could be dealing with someone if you were the outsider. Right? Maybe. You're getting to the 10. This is the Hermit. Here we've got the Wheel of Fortune. So you're getting to a completion point of this love triangle. So, you know, out of the 3, one person is dropping out of the equation. I'd like to take another card on the World card and the Faith card, which is in the now position. And we've got the beautiful 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, beautiful. So this is like Mars in Pisces. 10 of Cups, bliss, fulfillment, peace. Look at the cat and the dog, how they're friends. This reminds me of 2 people being from a different seed. And this could be, you could be dealing with someone who is a foreigner. Okay, so, and the cat and mouse, the cat and the dog, they do tend to fight. They don't, many times they're not friends, right? But they've grown to love each other. There is like, what's the word? There is loyalty here. There is loyalty and trust. So you're keeping the faith about that. Let me take one card. I'd like to take one card more on the 3 of Swords, the Hanging Man and the 3 of Swords. What's that about? And then I'm going to take some Sibillas. Yeah. And we've got the 7 of Wands. So 7 of Wands, that's a number of conflict. But this is, you know, you're fighting, you're persevering. Maybe some of you have had someone that is actually not letting you in. And we can flip that as well. It's as though the doorway was closed for you, but your persistence is getting you, like, you know, all these 6 of Wands. At some point there was success here and there was recognition. There was, you know, you felt grandiose and successful, but you're at the 7 now. So maybe someone has been, you know, pushing that door closed for you, maybe even life itself. But believing in what you really desire and pushing forth for that, you've got the upper hand here. So you need to keep fighting. The wheel is coming through. It's bringing change. It's bringing lots of change, lots of abundance for some of you. And if it's not you, it could be the person that you're dealing with, because Jupiter is also legal issues. So anything to do with courts. Wow. And we've got the Queen of Wands here. And I remember saying that you could be dealing with someone who's got strong Leo. Anyway, we've got Leo, Sagittarius. We've also got, I'm going to say, Aries as well. I have mentioned Pisces and Virgo. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very fiery, someone who is showing up as very passionate. And with the Queen of Wands, and she did fall over here, so I'm going to put her in the foundation area. You could be dealing, some of you, because I said Leo, we've got Leo, Virgo, cusp here. Could be as well. But the Queen of Wands could be anyone who is going for their passions, right? Moving towards what they feel passionate about. And the Page of Wands could be a message that is coming through from this Queen of Wands, whatever that means for you. Now, I noticed in this card the black cat. Usually the Queen of Wands has got the black cat at her feet. So this is talking about, you know, luck. Okay, so also with the Queen of Wands in this deck, she looks very decisive. This is someone who is ready to take action, someone who will not stop at anything. This is someone who is showing very ready to move. Yeah. Let me take a couple of Sibillas for you, your Taurus. Now, you may also have fire in your chart. Leo, I would say more than likely. Some of you could be Sagittarius. I feel that the air sign is not part of sorry, your equation. So they are like, if you are in love with someone who is already in a relationship, I feel that the other partner is more than likely that has got strong air in their chart. So Aquarius, more than likely. Aquarius or Capricorn, I'm going to say, because of the devil. So Aquarius and Capricorn are both ruled by Saturn. So they're very Saturnian. Let's take 3 Sibillas on the Wheel of Fortune. And we've got Falsita, which is like the 4 of Pentacles. This is also a card of distrust. Here we've got Viaggio, 2 of Wands. This is the 3 of Wands. It's right on top of the other 3 of Wands here. This is someone going on a voyage. It's sitting right on top of the Wheel of Fortune. Very Sagittarian. Someone is not believing that you're willing to travel to see them if you're at a distance to your partner. Also, if this is not, they're not believing that you will travel, this could also say that there isn't full trust here. Here we've got the Sacerdote, which is Taurus again. Now, because the Viaggio is all about movement, it's all about taking action, and we've got the Sacerdote here, someone is willing to take action. Someone is willing to move into a commitment here. Now, someone could be moving out of a marriage as well. And there is the, Falsita is, don't forget, it's mistrust. And I feel here, because it's the 4 of Pentacles, which is my Taurus card, could it be that you're not trusting? You're not trusting in the stability and the commitment of the person that you are in love with. Are they willing to go to move into a commitment? You're not trusting that. But whatever the case, this is a commitment that is changing. It's a number 13, which is again all about the Judgment card. Yes, Plutonian energy. Let me take one card on the Judgment card. Remember that? The general energy. This is like the phoenix rising from its ashes, and it's like a rebirth and a second chance. Let me take a tarot card on that. What's that all about? Spirit guides and angels. What's that? And we've got the Death card. Incredible. Scorpio. Second chance in your house of partnership and relationship. A second chance. A transformation. Dear Taurus. Let's take one more. Now, dear Taurus, this card really wants to come out, and I'm going to have to take it. If you are dealing with someone who is Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, then this is another chance with the Scorpio, okay, because it's transformation happening here. And we've got the Two of Coins, which, you know, this is like juggling, going from one to the other. You're hedging some of you are hedging your bets. Others of you are just really, really busy. And I do see this as the Fool card. It's very similar, Aries energy. And I'm going to take one more, because the Two of Coins, how long can someone keep doing that, yeah? And we've got the Lovers card here, which is Gemini. There is a head over heart decision to be made. This is a relationship that is blessed from the divine. This is your angels blessing you, leading you, showing you the way. Okay, and again, these two are reflecting, just like the reflection card here. The Lovers is Gemini. It's all about communication. I think that, you know, this is the twin flame. Obviously, they're reflecting each other. They're looking into each other's eyes, and they can see each other's souls. They're sharing their thoughts just by looking at each other. They don't have to do much more than that. Dear Taurus, there are so many messages here. I could just keep reading. Not an easy reading, obviously, not easy at all. I want to actually take one Sibilla on the Hermit card here, which shows the 3 people. One person is left out, feeling lonely. Let's take one card on that, one Sibilla. And we've got Superbia and Pride. Okay, I think that you're keeping your feelings hidden with the Hermit card here. You're very prideful, and that does not help. But you see, it's the Two of Wands also. You see the vision. You, like, maybe you're at a distance, as I said, physical distance. Let's take one on this Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, the card of passion, the message. Let's take one Sibilla on that. And we've got the news that's coming through. And this is like the Two of Pentacles. So let's take one more. And we've got the Fidelta, 9 of Cups. Yep. There is a lot of very similar energy with the 10 of Cups here. Loyalty. Loyalty, you're both loyal, but you're also very much on the same page where your passions are concerned. Now, the Nine of Swords, which is a card of worry, like a lot of worry. And we've got the Bambino, which means newness. 7 of Pentacles, yes? So you're looking at what you've invested. I think that you are investing more in this, right? You're getting over this energy, which is the 9 of Swords. You're getting past your fears. There's that 10th sword. That's it. Like, it's done. Be careful for those of you that don't need pregnancy at this time. The baby right on top of these 2 people, right? The baby. Take precaution, please. If you don't need to get pregnant at this time, if it's not the right time, please take precautions. Let me read from the Universal Love. All right. Consider all you have accomplished. Remember what you were like 5 years ago or 10 years ago. Look back and you'll realize just how far you've come. Acknowledge the experiences that have helped you get where you are. Hopefully you will see that even painful or unpleasant events served a purpose. Reflection is the way of meaningful living. In the quiet of the dawning, watch your world unfold. Draw out the wisdom, detach from all that is not truth, and delight in revelation. Stand before the glory of life and reflect. Only you know how far you have traveled to be where you are. Everything turns golden with the passing of time. Like autumn leaves that fall to the ground, filling the tapestry of our lives with beautiful colors. And this does say that only you know how far you have traveled to be where you are. So that brings me to the area here that you may be traveling at a distance, and you're going to be wondering, how far have I come? Now, this is physically as well as metaphorically, dear Taurus. So I'm hoping that this was of help. Thank you so much for being here, for taking the time out. I'm sending you lots of love, lots of blessings. Happy eclipse, everyone. Love you all very much.